I'm waiting for the live update to download. Hello and welcome back to the Master League. It is Aston Villa, it is Pro Evolution 2019, and we've got the second leg against Real Madrid coming up. In between the first leg and this game, we beat Chelsea 3-2. We actually went 3-0 up and I thought it was happening all over again, but we managed to keep them out and win the game 3-2, which is very nice. They're actually top of the league, which is interesting at the moment. But we come up against Real Madrid in the second leg of the round of 32 in the Europa League, and they've got 2 away goals and a 2-1 lead as we go into the game at the Bernabeu, and it's going to be very, very tough. So this is how we're lining up to go and face them. Sommer in goal as captain, Tuanzebe and Retsos at the back. Escudero starts at left back, Lucien Bonet at right back, Rodri and Ceballos in the middle with Grealish, Salcido on the right, Alcacer and Abraham up front. Now Alcacer on loan from Barcelona, going to be looking to cause some sort of trouble for his Spanish rivals. They've got a ridiculously good team. Navas, Ramos, Manolas, Carvajal, Odriozola, Cruz, Casemiro, Marco Asensio, Lucas Vazquez, Modric and Benzema, meaning Gareth Bale once again starts on the bench for Real Madrid. So as the music blares out, the teams enter the stadium, and it's going to be a very tough game for Aston Villa this one, but they are facing Sergio Ramos' led Real Madrid. We'll have to see how the game gets on as the TV crews are all around. This is getting a lot of money and a lot of fans coming to see this game in the Santiago Bernabeu. We'll have to see how Aston Villa can get on. So as the game gets underway, it's Real Madrid that kick us off. Thank you so much for still tuning in to this series. The views and likes and stuff have dropped down a little bit, so if we can just up those likes again, that would be wonderful. We are going to be doing the full game again, as it's such a big game in Aston Villa's career and history and in this Master League series. So we're just going to keep it going and see if we can get the result we need. Now, we don't need to force the issue. We can be patient. We can afford to just keep the ball around. We do need to score 2 goals. That's something I am fully aware of. And hopefully without response, then we just go through automatically. But there could be extra time. There could well be penalties if needs be, as Rodri gets in very well to win that ball back. Escudero just gives it back to Tuanzebe. And Aston Villa being sensible with the ball at the moment, just passing it around, keeping possession. That's not keeping possession, that's definitely giving possession away as Casemiro, lovely turn from Asensio to get around Jack Grealish's slide tackle. He gets it back, and now Aston Villa are just going to retreat into shape a little bit. See if Real Madrid can pass their way through the team as Benzema tries to play a 1-2 with Modric. Flick around the corner to Vazquez. Great tackle from Rodri, and now he will look to launch a counter-attack for Aston Villa as he comes forward. Sees the run of Alcacer, but it's a poor pass. And Real Madrid hold on. And they're throwing a few men forward, Real Madrid, which is interesting. They've got this 2-1 lead. And Rodri intercepts that very well indeed. Sees run of Abraham, just a bit too slow to release the ball though. But Aston Villa keep it alive. Escudero into Alcacer, tries to lay that back to Ceballos, but couldn't. And now Benzema's through. Sommer's come a long way and just about tackles the ball. And Retsos then blocks the first time shot. And Alcacer can't get on the clearances. Odriozola puts it up the line, and Modric plays a lovely 1-2 to get Lucas Vazquez in behind. Vazquez looks across it, and Benzema's there! And it doesn't really affect the game too much, that goal, because we still need to score 2 goals. It's just that we now can't really afford for Real Madrid to score any more, as Benzema fires the ball into the back of the net as he celebrates with Lucas Vazquez on the floor. It was a very well played Modric, the orchestrator of everything there, as Benzema sticks it away. So yeah, good ball up the line, and then here, and it's just Modric found that little space into Lucas Vazquez, fires it low across, and Benzema has the movement to get in front of the defenders and make it 1-0 Real Madrid. And Aston Villa now have nothing else to do and no other option but to come out and try and attack this Real Madrid team, which could be fatal. As the ball is passed back to Retsos. Retsos comes forward with it. Out it goes to Lucien Bonet. Lucien Bonet now a bit of space to run into on the right hand side. Feeds it in towards Abraham, who goes back to Rodri. Rodri just holds onto the ball, feeds it off, inviting Tuanzebe to come forward. Tuanzebe into Grealish. Grealish round the corner to Alcacer. Alcacer to Ceballos. Pulls out a nice back heel to Escudero. Back into Ceballos. Looks down the line to Alcacer. Alcacer into Grealish, who just manages to avoid that challenge. In it goes Salcido. Great 1-2 with Abraham. Salcido looks to dink this across towards Alcacer, but Manolas is a giant and gets his head on the ball and keeps it away. And now Real Madrid look to counter as Aston Villa chuck more men forward. Rodri lays it into Asensio's path. Retsos gets drawn out of defence. Asensio again with a lovely bit of skill. And he is really enjoying this game today, Asensio. Lovely turns on the ball to get away from the people that are trying to tackle him. As Escudero lays it up the line towards Alcacer. Back to Ceballos. Ceballos just invites Rodri to run onto the ball. Up it goes to Retsos. Retsos to Grealish, but Modric reads that ball really well, and Asensio comes forward again. Good tackle from Rodri to win the ball, but it's kept alive. Benzema flicks it into Modric's path. Escudero tries to win that ball and does. And now Adrizola has come forward quite far, and there's a run from Abraham in the middle as he picks him out. He has. Abraham's beaten his man, and Casemiro gets his shot off, and it's in off the underside of the bar. What a finish, what a goal, and Aston Villa are back in this game. Tammy Abraham with an absolutely wonder strike with that finish on his left foot, and he is loving it, scoring at the Bernabeu. Did he ever believe this would happen in his career? Probably not, but lovely work here. Escudero comes forward with the ball and just saw this run of Abraham, and he took a great first touch there to get away from Casemiro, and then left-footed strike underside of the bar and into the back of the net. That is a goal that dreams are made of at the Bernabeu. And yes, a lovely ball through, and then that touch just took him away, and then rifled a finish in off the underside of the bar. Tammy Abraham, what a goal. So 1-1, and Real Madrid get the game back underway, and now Aston Villa are going to have the wind in their sails, and it is all to play for as Casemiro lays it back to Manolas, and I'm sure that goal was shock, and Abraham's, oh, I thought he had robbed him. I thought he had robbed Manolas. The referee gives a foul to the Real Madrid man. I think we're a bit unlucky here. He gets his foot, maybe just kicked him first, but that was a dangerous opportunity. That'll put a bit of scary time. Scary time? That's terrible. We'll put a bit of the scare into Alcacer. Retsos then beats Benzema in the air very well. Grealish comes forward. In it goes to Alcacer. Abraham looks to keep this alive. Ceballos into Rodri. Rodri back out to Ceballos, but it's a poor pass, and Benzema comes forward, shoots from range. Not very far wide at all. It was given away here by Rodri. It was actually a first-time ball put into Benzema, and he had this shot. Jan Sommer was off his line as well, and it was a good effort from the Frenchman. So Sommer gets the game back underway with a lovely placed goal kick out to Lucien Bonnet. Goes up the line towards Soltido. Soltido puts it into Rodri's path. Now Rodri is being pretty influential in this game. Looks for a ball over the top. Lucien Bonnet's made a great run. Carvajal just about gets his head to it, and we'll let that go behind for a corner. And it'll be Lucien Bonnet to take it. Now Rodri up against Modric. Should be quite a win. Should be an easy win for Rodri. Heads it across goal. Alcacer, what a finish! It's an overhead kick, and we've got a goal, and it's 2-1 to Villa. Pau Alcacer, what a goal! On loan from Barcelona, has put it to the sword against Madrid. What a finish! Now that corner routine has only worked occasionally, but that is a wonderful goal. And Aston Villa get an away goal, another away goal. And that's a great header down. And then Alcacer, what a finish into the corner. What a goal. Keylor Navas has absolutely no chance from that range. Rodri wins the flick on. And then Alcacer there. What an overhead kick. Navas with no chance. 2-1 Villa. 2-1 Aston Villa. Now do they go for the jugular and try and get a third goal, which would be, I mean, Aston Villa would need to score, Real Madrid would need to score 2 as Benzema keeps that alive. Asensio shot from distance, pretty poor. And Real Madrid are rattled. Sommer plays this one short to Nzabi, who's got a bit of time and space just to bring this forward. Lays it in up to Ceballos, back out to Escudero. Escudero now comes forward, bit of space to run into, just holds up the play. Looks in field to Rodri. Rodri again just invites Restos to come forward a little bit. Soltido's well into a bit of space on the right hand side. Back to Lucien Bonnet. Lucien Bonnet into Rodri again. Rodri is just dictating this play in the centre of the park. Out to Escudero, but he's under-hit that pass, and it gives Vazquez a chance. Escudero dives in. Now Modric is just trying to play in Benzema, who gets it round the corner. As Restos got the pace, he does, just to lay it back in time to Jan Sommer. And Lucien Bonnet looks out towards Tuanzebe, who keeps this in play. Up it goes to Escudero, back to Tuanzebe, into Rodri. Rodri back to Tuanzebe again. Now Aston Villa just sort of teasing Real Madrid here as they invite Escudero forward. Escudero comes forward again, lays it in field, looking for Alcacer. Back heel into Ceballos' path. He'll go out towards Lucien Bonnet. Good possession football this from Aston Villa, keeping the ball, making Real Madrid work for it as Tuanzebe lays it into Escudero's path and then creates a bit of space where he can find Alcacer, who lays it back to Rodri, but that's a poor ball. And now Benzema comes forward, tackled by Tuanzebe, but it's a foul. And I think I'm just going to make one little tactical change quite early on. I'm just going to want to get Rodri to man mark. How do I do this? I can't remember how to do this now. So we've just selected Rodri to man mark Modric, just because he's who the play goes through. So that's what we're going to try and stop them doing. Kroos puts the ball in. Lucien Bonnet gets it away. Abraham loses out though. Modric is there, put straight under pressure by Rodri, which is exactly what we want, who then comes away with the ball. He sees the run of Abraham again. Abraham just uses a great touch to get away from the defender and feeds it into Ceballos' path. Ceballos comes forward. Abraham's making that run in the middle. It just is played slightly behind him. And Tuanzebe will hopefully win this header against Benzema, and does. Lucien Bonnet comes forward, finds Sortido, and Aston Villa are really taking the game to Real Madrid at the moment. Abraham back to Grealish. Grealish sees the run of Lucien Bonnet. Lucien Bonnet is there. Looks to dink this one in the middle towards Alcacer. Oh, he nearly beat Manolas in the air. Grealish can't block that clearance, but Lucien Bonnet keeps it alive. He's just holding the play up, waiting for Sortido. Sortido knocks it in to Grealish's path, but Casemiro puts his foot through it and gets it away. And Aston Villa playing unbelievably well when the pressure's on. They are playing superb as Rodri takes that ball, lays it just slightly back to Tuanzebe. Aston Villa looking to start again into Ceballos, back to Tuanzebe again. Just moving the ball around. Tuanzebe comes forward into Grealish. Grealish flicks it up. Oh, what a turn. Jack Grealish on the volley. Oh, Jack Grealish. That would have been an absolutely fabulous goal here as he picked the ball up from Tuanzebe, who was just invited forward. Jack Grealish bringing out a sombrero with a lovely flick, and then what a hit. Oh, unlucky. I mean, confidence is flowing in this Villa team. What a performance so far. 2-1, 3-3 on aggregate. Who would have thought this, eh? As the ball goes long, Tuanzebe against Benzema again. Benzema wins this header. Down to Asensio. Lucas Vazquez is going to be put under pressure by Izquierdo. In towards Modric. Modric just lays it into Benzema's path. There's a shot, but he was offside. It was a good defensive line. And Benzema is found offside just, but the linesman gets the call right. And Aston Villa can restart from a goal kick as Jan Sommer plays it out towards Izquierdo. And again, now Aston Villa, they can go back to this possession football, trying to knacker Real Madrid out as they keep the ball. Grealish up to Abraham, but it's a poor pass and it's forced a little bit. And now Modric comes forward. Tuanzebe just holds off him, and then Rodri getting back wonderfully well, doing a great man marking job there. Izquierdo into Ceballos. Gives it back to Izquierdo. And again, Real Madrid just starting to put a little bit more pressure onto the ball now. Restos up to Rodri. Rodri out to Lucien Bonnet. Casemiro comes out to meet him. Abraham, and it goes to Grealish. Now into Alcacer's path. Alcacer just tries to try and keep this away from Toni Kroos, and does. Ceballos back heel, but that's poor and wasn't needed. Rodri puts Modric under pressure. Benzema lays it out towards Vazquez. Tuanzebe dives in and Vazquez gets around the tackle. Then it's laid into Odriziola's path. Odriziola tries to put it down the line. Izquierdo gets in well and then looks to clear it away. Stumbles as he clears. But at half-time, it is 2-1 to Aston Villa away from home. Who would have thought that, as Benzema's early goal looked to have sewn the game up for Madrid. But coached left foot Aston Villa. 3 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. They are being very clinical, Aston Villa, in this game. As the second half gets underway with Tammy Abraham, Ceballos lays it out to Izquierdo. Just puts his foot on the ball and then puts it back to Tuanzebe. As Tuanzebe turns, trying to draw Benzema out, trying to create a little bit of space. And Retsos now with the ball. Just, again, trying to create a bit of space in there. Grealish picks it up. And you just go back to Retsos. Good possession football this from Aston Villa. Lays infield to Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe then just drops it back to Retsos. In it goes again. There's a good bit of movement from Grealish up above. Grealish gets it back. Lays it into Abraham. Abraham up into Alcacer's path. Back to Rodri. This is good football from Aston Villa. Just keeping the ball well. Don't have to force the issue. Building it across the back. Switching it from side to side across the ground. Trying to make Real Madrid move. Abraham lays it back to Grealish, who's just missed his bit of control. And that gives Benzema a chance to pick it up. Retsos has to come out and meet Marcus Asensio. Gets a tackle in there. Lucien Bonnet then clears up. Goes all the way back to Jan Sommer. And Aston Villa can start again. Izquierdo up the line towards Ceballos. Ceballos now goes up towards Alcacer. Just tries to hold off the tackle and does very well. Izquierdo, who's had a good game at left back, replacing Tierney, who's wasn't quite feeling right for the game, so asked cultured left foot to be left out. Tammy Abraham flicks it around the corner to Grealish. Jack Grealish into Alcacer. Just holds it up. Sees a great run from Ceballos there. Ceballos tries to dink it into the box towards Grealish. And they've got another away goal. And it's Jack Grealish this time with a header. And can you believe it? It's 3-1 Aston Villa. What a performance. And it was just lovely, patient play. I'd love to know how many passes we did in the build-up to this. And Ceballos got into that open space. Dinked to the back post and Sergio Ramos just caught underneath the ball, and Jack Grealish with a header. You don't see that very often, but Ceballos here, a little left foot dink to the back post. Ramos misreads it. Grealish with a lovely header. It's 3-1 to Aston Villa. Real Madrid need to score 2. As Sergio Ramos tries to get the ball moving straight away. Now, Real Madrid have to force the issue right now, and they have to send men forward to try and get back into this game as Jack Grealish lays it back to Burnett, just back to Retsos. And again, Aston Villa just keeping possession now. 3 away goals for Aston Villa at the Bernabeu. And I will still say this is still on superstar level. There is only one harder level above this, and that is legendary. And that is literally just where the computer just cheats. It doesn't really up the skill level. The computer just cheats. So we're sticking on superstar for now as Abraham's made a great run forward. Oh, I thought he'd got away from Modric there. And Gareth Bale has come on for Real Madrid. Not too sure who he replaced. And why is Modric so deep there? If he's going to try and man-mark Abraham, then I'm happy with that. That's got to be a little error in the game, though. Just Modric being caught out of position. 20 minutes to go. That would be dreaming. Half an hour to go in this game as Gareth Bale tries to get in behind. Ceballos has tracked his one rail, and Esquerra has hold up Odriozola, so he couldn't put that ball in. Asensio brings it down, looking into Benzema, shoots! There's one goal back that they needed. He has hit a rocket there. Karim Benzema runs off celebrating. And yeah, it was good football. I thought I'd block the passes out here. Odriozola just found a bit of space in towards, I can't remember, I think it was Asensio, and then Benzema hits it first time. Lovely finish. Nothing Lucien Bennett or Jan Sommer could do about that one. And it's okay though, because Aston Villa still have the lead on away goals at the moment. But so Real Madrid, the pressure's still on Real Madrid to score again. And Aston Villa know that that works in their favour. So just keeping the ball, trying to shift Real Madrid out of possession like they did for Jack Grealish's headed goal. And it worked really well. There's a lot of space up there for Alcacer. Into Abraham. Abraham lays it off. Grealish gets it off. Has a shot. It was deflected, which took the pace of it. And Navas could make an easy save. And now Gareth Bale on the right-hand side for Real Madrid, playing as an inside forward. Lays it off to Odriozola, up to Benzema, who tries to get in behind Tuanzebe, but he gets back to cover that run really, really well. And we need now a big performance from the back two of Aston Villa, as Saltido's given a lot of space to run into here. He's waiting for Abraham to make a run. He actually puts it into Abraham's feet, tries to give it back to Saltido, into Grealish. Grealish turns away. He was trying to win a free kick, I think, Jack Grealish there. And yeah, so in the background, I've got to say, you saw me do a lot of training stuff on Pro Evo when the save first started. I keep doing all that in the background. So we've got a lot of people learning skills and mentality training and setting up training for new signings and things like that. I just didn't think you guys would be interested to see it at this point in the save. As Jack Grealish, there's a lot of space here for Lucien Bennett. He's trying to flick this one in towards Abraham, who gets up with Manolas, but it was a good sort of battle in the air that Navas could then collect the header down quite easily. Now Benzema tries to lay this off into space. Asensio tries to go back to Benzema. Tuanzebe with a good header. And Jan Sommer will have a bit of time just to pick a nice easy pass here out to Lucien Bennett on the right hand side with a good throw. Infield it goes to Rodri. Rodri lays it up to Saltido. Up into Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish back to Saltido. Just back heel to Lucien Bennett. Just trying to keep the ball. Uses his strength to hold off Marco Asensio. In it goes to Alcacer, round to Abraham. Abraham tries to flick that through to Grealish, making the run, but couldn't get it right. Retsos, though, was not going to get beaten in the air with that one. Grealish sees the run of Abraham, gets in behind Ramos, and I think that will be a goal kick. It's not, it's a corner, I think the referee's given here. Ramos must have got the last touch and did. Now, Aston Villa have shown they can be deadly in this as Isco comes on to replace Modric, and Rodri makes this run again towards the near post. Can he beat Asensio in the air? He does. Tries to head it across. Gareth Bale gets the ball away. And then Benzema is fouled by Retsos. And we'll just check our own fitness level. So we could well do Ceballos comes off to be replaced by Wijnaldum or Widgie, however you want to call him. But Benzema held it out with Retsos, just dives in. Not too bad. He was tired. Didn't want to do the chase. Gives away a professional foul. But 20 minutes to go. Aston Villa are on the verge of something quite magnificent as Carvajal lays it in. That's poor. Abraham just couldn't get in there though. Alcacer is having a good game for the Villains as it goes in towards Bale. Flicks it around the corner to Adrizola. Tuanzebe should get that. Retsos was covering well. We need a man to get there, and Wijnaldum just about keeps it away from the strikers. Now Alcacer sees Salcido but actually goes in towards Abraham. Can he beat Navas there? No, he can't. So unlucky. The ball was meant for Salcido but hit pretty wrong by Alcacer. Not famed for his long range passing, so we'll let him off as Jack Grealish now has to get back against Asensio. Then it goes towards Benzema. Isco keeps it alive. Great through ball to Gareth Bale. Sommer comes out. Gareth Bale scores. And it swings back into Real Madrid's favour. This is a ding-dong battle against Real Madrid. Marcelo comes on to replace Marco Asensio. And now Aston Villa have to go and get another goal because Real Madrid lead 5-4 on aggregate. I mean, it's been such a good performance in this game for Aston Villa. As now Salcido actually gets into a bit of space. He's got Jack Grealish in front of him, but Manolas comes in and recovers it well. Benzema wins that header. Rodri should pick that up. Goes into Abraham. Abraham to Grealish. Out it goes to Wijnaldum with the fresh legs. Into Alcacer. Alcacer tries to turn away but can't. But Wijnaldum picks it up. Izquierdo can't put a first time cross in. He had to take a touch and Gareth Bale then just clears it away. Tuanzebe keeps it alive and keeps it in play. Didn't want to get boxed in by the throw-in. Retsos lays it out to Lucien Bennett, and Aston Villa know now they have to really show and show their character and get this moving forward. Abraham, Alcacer, Abraham. Oh, he's hit it straight at Navas. He's hit it straight at Navas. That was the chance. That was the opportunity. We're going to go for some fresh legs in the middle. Shinji Kagawa is going to come on to replace Jack Grealish. A bit more energy. We've just got to hope something can happen here. 10 minutes to go and Kagawa's straight into the action. Just lays it back to Izquierdo. Back to Kagawa again. Waiting for an option here. Kagawa lays it out to Lucien Bennett, who goes back to Retsos. And it's been such a good performance from Aston Villa this. They've come up against what would be an incredibly hard opponent. Izquierdo gets into a little bit of space. Oh, and he just couldn't keep it on the pitch. He's run it out. Is he tired? Oh, he is very, very tired. I think Kieran Trippier is going to have to come on in the left-back position. That is all 3 subs for Aston Villa. They've rolled the dice, done all their efforts. It's going to have to rely on Abraham and Alcacer to get the goals. Navas with a long kick forward looking for Benzema. Tuanzebe wins the header down to Wijnaldum, who gives it away to Kroos. Aston Villa trying to really force the issue now. Benzema, shot from distance. That's not troubling Jan Sommer. And we go into a goal kick. We just need one more chance in the 5 minutes that remain in this game. Lucien Bennett up to Salcido. Infield to Kagawa. Drops it off. Oh, that's a terrible pass from Kagawa. Can Retsos get there? He does. Feeds Rodri into Wijnaldum, who just doesn't have the pace. Tuanzebe reads that well. Rodri comes forward. Takes a heavy touch. Referee will have the foul. No, we won't. Abraham's going to keep this alive. Alcacer's made a run. Oh, Paco Alcacer, why did you slide, you absolute knob jockey? You were running onto the ball and I just wanted you to hit it when you got there. Oh, Kagawa takes the quick throw into Lucien Bennett. 3 minutes to go for Aston Villa to save their European season. Alcacer holds off Odriozola, waiting for a run. Can they win a free kick or something with Lucien Bennett on the pitch? Lucien Bennett into Kagawa, around to Abraham, into Alcacer. Alcacer, ref, is that a foul? No, it's not. Tuanzebe knocks it down to Rodri, up to Wijnaldum. In it goes to Abraham. Abraham into Alcacer. Alcacer back heel. Kagawa shoots. What a save from Navas. Oh, I'm so desperate to win this game. I am so desperate to win this game. Kagawa had the shot. Lovely little build-up play from Villa. In it goes to Alcacer. Nice back heel. Took a deflection. Kagawa still got enough on it. And Navas touches it past the post. I think we're going to have a change of set piece there. We're going to have Trippier to swing this one in. And we're going to get big Lucien Bennett on the ball at the near post. Can he beat Kroos in the air? He does. Flicks on Kagawa. Oh, that's not the man you want to try and head the ball. Shinji Kagawa. That's where we want one of the centre-backs running onto it. And Benzema tackled well by Retsos, who read it. Tuanzebe. Up it goes to Wijnaldum. Aston Villa aren't giving this up. Wijnaldum is fouled by Toni Kroos. And that's a professional foul from Kroos. And well, this is it. 92nd minute. They need something here. Wijnaldum gives it back to Lucien Bennett. Trippier is there. Trippier infield to Bonnet. Lucien Bonet up to Kagawa. Kagawa into Alcacer, who keeps it alive, flicks it through. That's cleared. And Aston Villa are so unlucky. I can't believe that. What a game. 3-3 away at the Bernabeu is so good. Real Madrid's away goals and a win at Villa Park show their class. What a game. Oh, so unlucky. Benzema gets a couple of goals for Real Madrid. We have fought valiantly in that game. We have technically outplayed. Look at that. We restricted to Real Madrid to 120 passes. Oh, so unlucky. So unlucky. 3-3 at the Bernabeu. We'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure. I don't really give a fuss about who other teams go through. We're out of Europe. A big shame. I'm not too sure when we're back. But let's have a quick look just before we finish the video to see when we will be back. I mean, this shows the class we've now got in this team. We're getting towards the end of the season. Maybe come back for Liverpool and Fulham or something like that. But thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you're enjoying this series. Please do leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know how you think that game was. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.